Hey everyone, I'm Marielle from Create Plans, and today we're doing something different. So I'm going to show you how to make these two Valentine's Day cards that I made yesterday, and I thought I should do a video with that. So I'm going to show you how to make these. Obviously, if you don't have the same paper as I do, you can use any scrapbook paper that you have at home. It doesn't really matter if you do different colors. I'm sure it's going to look just as good. So I'm going to show you what I'm using as well in this video. So if you want to get these products, you can. But as I said, you can probably use whatever you currently have at home. If you have a lot of scrapbook paper, use what you have because it's going to look just as good. So I'm going to get started with showing you what I am using for these two cards. So I recently went to Michael's, and they had these paper pads. I'm just going to make sure you guys can see. So they have Sweetheart Day. It is by Recollections, so it is Michael's brand. They were buy one, get one free, so it was perfect. So it's a 12 by 12. They do have it 6 by 6. You can get the smaller ones if you want. So I got this one. I'll show you just briefly what it looks like. Oops. There's a lot of really nice stuff in here. So this is like a shimmer paper. There's a lot of really nice paper in here. Just really quick. And then the other one I am using is this one. So it's called Hello Valentine. It is also by Recollection. And look at that. It has some foil. And it's a really pretty... Obviously, the cards that I'm making, you can probably use whatever paper from these books. I just went with, what I was inspired by. And yeah, so I'm just going to show you guys how to make these two cards. Alright, so let's get started. So from this book here, I am using this sheet with the XOs, so you can already see I already cut out a couple from when I was doing it yesterday, so I will probably continue over here. I think it's the only one I use from this book. And then this one here, I will be using this paper, so I'll continue on this one. And then I am using this, I hope you guys can see it, but it's like very shimmering. It's really pretty. So I'm going to be using this. And also I have some plain color that I got from I think it is probably also Recollection. So I got a lot of scrapbook paper or just cardstock paper from Michael's, and they are perfect for backing or anything you need for card making or scrapbooking. So I'm going to be using this. So we're going to be making two cards at the same time. Let me just take out the rest of the stuff that I need. I also have the cards. So those are just basic plain cards that you can get. I get mine, they came from Amazon. Can't remember how many there were in a pack. I think it was 50. And you also get the envelopes, which is perfect. So here you go. So these, I can't remember the number of the sizing, but they are 5.5, I think. Yeah, 5.5 by 4. So that's the sizing that I'm currently using. So the first thing I'm going to do is create the backing. So the color that's going to be shown in the back. So I am using this. And since I'm doing two cards, I'm going to do it twice. So I need a 5 by 5 by 4. So this is already 5 by 5, 5.5. 5 by 5. All right. So now that I have the right size on this side, it's 5.5. I need to go to 4, so I'm gonna just go cut 4. So we've got 1, and then I'm gonna get another 4, another one. And then this, I'll put this away. So this is gonna be the backing. And then, let me see. So here you see there is a little space. So this needs to be smaller and this as well. So I'm gonna cut a full rectangle of each. And then we're gonna split them in two. So since I want it to be smaller than this, I'm going to go 0.25 less. So it's going to be 5.25 and then 3.75. Is this? See, this one is already 3.75. So I can, and I only need one because it's going to be split in two. So this one is already 3.75. So now I need 5.25. So I'm just going to go here, cut this out. And then I'm going to do the same for my pattern with the hearts. This is probably already the size. Yeah, 3.75. And then I'm going to go to 5.25. And here you go. So these are done. The only thing left to do now is to cut them sideways like this so I can have the halves. So what I do, I just position it so it touches the two corners. Make sure to hold it properly so it doesn't move, and then just go down. So I got two halves. And then I'll do the same, going the same way for the second one. These are a bit harder to cut. It's a bit tougher because it's very thick and because of the glitter. So you really want to make sure that it's very stable, and then you go quick. There you go. And then the last thing will be to cut out the XOs. So I'm just going to get started on that. This is going to take me a bit. I'll try to be super quick. So since I'm doing 2 cards, I need 2 sets of XOs. So I'm just going to try to cut this like that. Make it quick. It doesn't need to be perfect because it's going to be on the white. So if a side has more white, it doesn't really matter. It's not really going to show, but I try to, stay close enough to the same thing everywhere. But it, like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect. So this, I'm just going to cut the excess and try to go around a bit. So what you want to do is you want to create your own die cuts, I guess. If you do have some already made, you can use that. It's just, in my case, they didn't have anything like that in these paper pads. So I kind of have to make my own, and I figured these XOs were pretty good. And they're perfect. The size is good, so we're just gonna cut this out like that. Just trying to put all the scraps on the side so it doesn't bother you. Like that. So we've got my first XO. Like that. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other 2 so we can have all the parts ready to go for the card. There you go. So we're just going to go around. I'm not going to bother with the inside of the O because it's small enough so it's not going to bother anybody. And like I said, the backing of it is white anyway. It does have some shimmer, but I don't think it will really matter. Still looks nice regardless. Like that, and then I'll do this side. There you go. Okay, so we've got our XOs. We have all our parts. I think so. and we can get to assemble these cards. So I'm just going to put this here, and I'm going to bring this here. So this is little foam dots that you can add to pop things out. This is what I'm going to use for the XOs. I use some tape glue that I got from Dollarama, and that's it. I don't think I'm going to use the liquid glue. You can use this too, craft glue. It works too. I think I used some for the other one, but I don't think I'm going to need it. So whatever works best for you. So I'm going to start putting the backing. We're going to just put the glue all around. Like that. Doesn't need to be perfect. As long as you're touching around, you're fine. And then I always like to start by the part where it's folded, because sometimes it ends up being longer and I can cut out the excess at the end of it. So I'm trying to make it as flat as I can. And then you just press down. There you go. And see, there is a bit of excess. It's not that bad, but I'm going to cut it out. So I'm just going to follow the white line. Otherwise, it kind of bothers me a bit. All right. And then we're going to do the other one because we're doing 2 cards at the same time. And this is done. Let me just get another one. Like that. Okay, so new ones are always more fun to use because they're very easy to work with. And then just in the middle. And then I will do the same. This card is not very straight. Sometimes that happens when you get cards that are already kind of folded. You see it's not very straight. So I try to take like the nicest side, and I can cut out the extra if it bothers me. So I'm just going to put this here, so we're making it flat. And then like that. And if there's excess, we'll cut it out. So as you can see, there's just a bit of excess here. So I'm just going to cut it out. There you go. So now we have our 2 backings. And now we're going to put our hearts. So one has to go up, one has to go down. You can't really do this because you don't want your words to be upside down. And then this is going to go at the bottom like that. This is going to go at the top. So I'm just going to start with the first one. You can lay it out just to kind of see how much space you need. But yeah, that works, I guess. So I'm just going to use my tape. You can use the craft glue as well if you want. It's really up to you what you prefer using. I use whatever I feel like at the moment, I guess. So this. So we're going to put it up here. So I'm going to leave a space. I think that's how much space I had somewhat. And then I'm going to do the same for this one here. That, and then I like to put some in the middle, and then I will put it over here. There's a little cat here. There you go. Like that. And look at that. So we've got one card here, and then I'll do the same for the other one. You just do the same. Try to get the tip because you don't want it to lift up, and you know. Like that, in the middle. So this one is going to be the opposite way. Like that. And then we will put that. And here you go. Oh, I'm going to do it from the corner. I find it easier to do it this way. Here you go. All right, so we've got these two here. And then we're going to do our XOs. So this like that. And then this one's going to go like this. So now what I like to do is I want this to pop. So I'm going to use these little foam dots to do that. So I'm going to just start adding that here. I don't know how many of these people normally use, but I like to put a lot because I don't want anything to be wobbly. I like it perfectly lifted, I guess. I don't know. So I'm just going to put 5 here, and then I'm going to do the same for the other one. So I'm just going to put like all around and in the middle because I don't want the middle to be falling inside, I guess. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be perfect. So you just remove, so there's like little sticky stuff here to prevent it from sticking. So I'm going to do this like that. Oh, I missed one. All right, and then I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to start with the O, I guess, because I want to make sure I'm close enough here and I have enough space. So I'm going to just put the O. I think it needs to be higher, actually. So we're going to put it here, like that. And then I'll put the X. You can use tweezers. That's actually a good idea. To make it easier to, like that. There you go. XO. So we've got one card done. We're going to do the second one. And then I'll show you what I normally do for the envelope. Because I like to decorate the envelope to match the card. Because I mean, why not, right? We go with a theme, we need to go all in. So this, like that. Alright, so I can put the X already, and then we'll do the O. So X, and then let's do the O. I could probably remove all of these things as I go. Oops, like that. And these you can get them. I know you can buy some of that at Michael's. I'm pretty sure any craft store has that. No, Michael's has it. I got these, like I said, on Amazon. So it's a very easy thing to find. There you go. Just like that. So now we have our 2 cards ready for Valentine's Day. And then you can always add more stuff if you want. You could add some those little glue dots. I don't know what they're called. Like, it's like little bumps like that. You could add that if you want. It's really up to you. You can add more glitter. I have this here. I haven't used this much, but this is like a, like it's it adds like a dimension, and it's like glue dots, I guess what they call glitter drops. So if I want to have like a heart that's that has glitter on it and that's kind of lifted, I can add it there, but I'm not going to do this for these because I like them just like that. And now I'm going to do the envelopes if I can find them. They were right here. There you go. Got 1 and 2. So what I like to do is I like to cover just this portion of it so it has a bit of the pattern from these cards. So I'm going to take this here. So this is some of the excess that I have. I'm just going to cut this out here. Remove this. And then I'm going to use this over here. So I do it super simple. I start by adding the glue to where I want my paper to go. And I try to go close to the line so it stays. And then I do a line here. And then I fold it like that. So all the glue is here. And then what I do is I try to align this as much as I can. Like that. It doesn't need to be perfect. I mean, you know, if you're satisfied with it, that's what counts. And then you just cut it. Try not to be too close of this, of the folded part, because you don't want to make a hole in it if you cut out part of the envelope. So like that. And then just open it. It's a bit awkward, but it works. And then you just follow the lip of the envelope. And then it goes around here. And then I'll just do the other side. Like that. And then just like that. And then here you go. So we've got this one made. I'm going to make the other one for the other card. Just like that. Like that. And then I'll do the same for this one. I will do this, so follow the lines, just press it down to make sure it sticks, and then we're just going to cut the excess of it. So just follow the line, and this really just gives a bit more to your card. You don't need to do that, but I just think it's cute, and it gives just a bit more, you know, it follows the theme of the card. So it's fun. I like it. And if you send it by mail, they have a little folded part here. That's really cute. So, all right. So then here you go. So you've got the two cards. You can add them in. And here you go. So one card and then two cards. So they're very similar. It's just one has the XO at the top and the other one has it at the bottom. There you go, guys. Two cards. Super easy to do. If you make them, just let me know. I would like to see them. But yeah, if you like this and you want me to make more card videos, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to do that. Thanks for watching, guys.